Welcome to a new edition of See What's On, Central Maine's radio arts magazine, brought to you by Community Productions and Mix 107.9. It's Sunday, August 7th, 2016. I'm your host, Dick Dyer. Each week, we scour the region and highlight the new and the unique arts happenings wherever they might occur. From Bangor to Lewiston, from Farmington to Rockland, from lounges to formal theaters, from galleries, festivals, libraries, movie houses, and maybe even your own home. If it's on, it's on. See what's on. This week, we'll listen to a couple of songs from the Pete Kilpatrick Band, and we'll sit down with Liam Swift, who is a sophomore at Casco Bay High School in Portland and a featured performer at Waterville Rocks this Thursday, August 11th. I guarantee that you'll be so impressed with this young musician, you'll want to book your calendar for this free concert. This segment of See What's On is brought to you by SBS Carbon Copy, located on Main Street in Waterville. SBS is a family-owned business and has always been a strong supporter of the arts and community development. Visit them at mainprintingservices.com. We've reported before on this show about Waterville Rocks, the name of a great free, I did say free, concert series at Casco Square in downtown Waterville. The remaining shows are this Thursday, August 11th, and then again August 25th and September 22nd. The featured act on this coming show is the Pete Kilpatrick Band. From his newest album, Echo, here is Sleepwalker.
Sleepwalker, keep walking, don't bother me, don't let me see your face. Sleepwalker, get going, don't bother me, don't let me hear your voice. Losing sleep, electric hours in my head, and they won't stop hooting, and they won't stop hollering. Paper hard upon my sleeve, wanting to believe in something bigger, so much stronger than me.
That was Sleepwalker by the Pete Kilpatrick Band. Today we have the pleasure of also inviting into the studio Liam Swift. Liam has opened for Pete Kilpatrick Band and is doing his own solo performance as part of this show, August 11th at 5 p.m. Welcome into the studio, Liam.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you here, and I dare say you're the youngest performer we've had on the show thus far. We've had everybody from Richard Marx to last week we talked to musicians who were, involved with other things that going on in the area. But this is the second show in our series about Waterville Rocks, a new free concert series that's happening in Waterville at Casco Square. You are involved with, I know you're a sophomore in high school, but you're involved with the Maine Academy of Modern Music there in Portland.
Yes.
What's that all about? How do you and other young musicians get involved with that?
Well, probably about when I was 10, I wanted to, actually, it was me and my friend. We wanted to start a place where kids and teens could come just to a stage and perform and feel welcome there by the kids and teens community. And we started it at North Star Cafe before they closed, and just kind of doing what we do at MAM now. We co-host together this open mic. It's usually the first Friday of every month, and it's pretty much just invites any kid or teen to come and share their music with a respectful audience. Okay.
I noticed you said respectful.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess just like one that they feel comfortable around.
Well, that's right. I think that what I'm hearing with that is that this is a place for people to come and explore music without worrying about it quite so much. The idea is to really be able to get into your music and explore what it's like to be a musician.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And you were, in effect, it sounded like you were one of the founders.
Yeah. Me and my friend were the ones who kind of had the idea, who kind of presented it to North Star and then to Maine Academy of Modern Music. Ever since that, I have been involved with them. Okay,
great.
Yeah.
No, that sounds good. So if people want to get involved and find out more about MAM, you go to just mam.com, mainacademymodernmusic.com, and you can find out everything you need to know. And we'll put something up on the website about that as well. Let's listen to an original song by Liam, 4 a.m.
So if I am here, where you seem so dear, I don't want the sky to get lighter. I am on fire, yeah, I am on fire. 'Cause you're my 4 a.m. love. You're my 4 a.m. love. Nothing could ever be enough. So let me hold you, babe, when the sun comes up. You're my 4 a.m. love. You're my 4 a.m. love. Nothing could ever be enough. Just let me hold you, babe, when the sun comes up.
That was 4 a.m. by Liam Swift. We'll take a moment right now for a commercial break, but when we'll come back, we'll talk more with Liam about his upcoming show, Waterville Rocks, on August 11th. Welcome back. You're listening to See What's On Mix 107.9. You can hear recent shows that you may have missed on seewhatson.com. That's the letter C, What's On, or on facebook.com, Arts in Central Maine. Please take the time to send us your story ideas and calendar listings for upcoming arts events. We started talking with Liam Swift before the break about his upcoming show as part of Waterville Rocks on August 11th at Casco Square at 5 p.m. And remember, it's free. Now let's sit back down with Liam and find out about his recent award. You had an honor last year with MAM.
Yes, yeah.
MAM Slam, you call it? All right, tell me about that.
Yeah, so that was this spring, and it's basically just an annual contest that they have. They call it the Battle of the Bands, and it is where different bands come together and compete, and there are different awards that are given once you get into the finals. And so basically this year I had heard that they were opening it up to solo acts, and I don't really have a band, so I thought, hey, I'd like to try out for that. And so I went through 2 rounds of it. The first round was at Bayside Bowl. It's really fun, great audience. They passed me on to the next round, which was the finals, and I performed about a 30-minute set there, and that was where I received the award for Best Male Vocalist.
What a great honor. What's that mean to you?
It means a lot to me.
We will hear a cut from a couple of your songs as part of this show.
Yeah.
And more from you that night on August 11th. But obviously your music means a lot to you.
Yeah, it does. It's what's really been my biggest inspiration for myself, I guess, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Just like a way to express my creativity.
Okay.
Through music.
Thinking of your music, you basically characterize your music as a pop style.
Yeah, it's I guess pop, acoustic pop singer-songwriter. Yeah, I kind of just go by what I feel, and I hear a lot of pop. I mean, my style is kind of morphed a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of how I characterize my music. Yeah.
Where do your story ideas come from your songs?
None of the real stories in my songs are 100% real, but I guess it's just things that come from different parts of my life. Mm-hmm. And then that gets built on just my imagination, just different ideas and emotions put into a song.
Great. Well, that sounds great. So let's listen right now to Liam's song, I'd Rather.
Write all my songs about you. Don't know what it is about you. I give you everything I had, but something keeps leading me back. Maybe we could chill together, watch a TV show. I wanna hold you close and never let you go. They're thinking we could take a trip to the city, but my body says no. Tell everyone that I don't love you. Tell everyone that I don't need you. 'Cause it drives me crazy when you wear those jeans, and I hate it when you think you know everything. everything. And sometimes you tell me stories that I can't believe, but in the end, I'd rather sleep on the floor of your room than in my bed. I've been trying to let you go, but these voices in my head are telling me to keep holding on to what we had. No matter how much I think it through, I just keep on choosing you. First I wanna say I'm sorry, but I'm never good with words. I convince myself that I'm better without you, even though it hurts. Sometimes I wanna chill together, watch a TV show. I wanna hold you close and never let you go. I think that we could take a trip to the city, but my body says no. Tell everyone that I don't love you, tell everyone that I don't need you, 'cause it drives me crazy when you wear those jeans. And I hate it when you think you know everything. And sometimes you tell me stories that I can't believe, but in the end, I'd rather sleep on the floor of your room than in my bed. I've been trying to let you go, but these voices in my head are telling me to keep holding on to what we had. No matter how much I think it through, I just keep on choosing you. I'd rather sleep on the floor of your room than in my bed. I've been trying to let you go, but these voices in my head are telling me to keep holding on to what we had. No matter how much I think of you, I just keep on choosing you.
That was I'd Rather by Liam Swift. You can hear Liam perform this song and many more as part of Waterville Rocks on August 11th. This segment of See What's On is brought to you by We Heart Maine, an electronic magazine all about Maine. Find out more about We Heart Maine by visiting them on weheartmaine.com. We welcome this new publication and their stories of interest to all of us here in Central Maine. Now we return to our interview with Liam Swift. Now you had I know you were proud of this, you got to open for the Pete Kilpatrick Band last year. Where was that and what was that all about?
That was amazing. I had heard him before just on Spotify. I heard he was from Maine, and when I was offered to open for him, I was just like, I was super excited and very nervous, but he was a lot less intimidating when I met him, and we actually ended up performing one of his songs together.
Really? Yeah. Did you get a chance to hang out with him then and perform the song? And so you get to perform with him on the same stage again August 11th.
I do, yes.
You have anything special planned for that? Or?
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to be playing the two songs I played today, along with a couple other of my songs.
Okay.
And those are a lot of the songs that I also played for the Ma'am Slam.
Great. You write your own music and you have an album out?
Yes, an album. That... That should be out by the end of the summer. I've kind of been doing some recording work in my attic, might take it to a studio. My dad's done a lot of recording in our attic, but I've done a little bit of recording, and I'm thinking of really in August doing a lot more of it.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we'll look for that album. You'll have to let us know when it comes out. We'll post that on See What's On website and let people know what's out there.
I will.
One final question for you. You obviously care a lot about getting young musicians involved with their music and expressing themselves through their music. What's your advice to them?
I mean, I'm still a growing musician myself, but I guess my advice to them is just do what you love and pursue what you love. Because when I was like 9, 8, 10, when I first started kind of getting involved with playing my own music, I was kind of just like questioning which way to go. And I guess I'm pretty happy with just playing what I feel like, what I just felt like writing, and I guess just following your passion.
Sounds like sage advice.
Yeah.
Liam, anything else you'd like to add? decides we'll see everybody on August 11th
Yeah.
in Casco Square. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
All right. Let's listen now to Blue Eyes, another new cut from Pete Kilpatrick's album, Echo.
Blue eyes, bright as the summer sea, lost in your swell, drifting so aimlessly. Nature surrounded our boats, two birds swapping notes of intricate flight paths. This river, it runs so wide and true. There's beauty in the silence, there's beauty in us all. So blue eyes, hold my hand, I'll feel the end of the world. Blue eyes, hold your breath in case we sink down below. Bloodlines, the roots of our family tree, searching for signs, lost in the history. There's places you wanted to see. Hope you make the time, hope you see it all. This river, it runs so wide and true. There's beauty in the silence, there's beauty in us all. So blue eyes, hold my hand, I feel the end of the world. Blue eyes, hold your breath in case we sink down below. It's only after the fall that we'll rise on up, rise like the tide. It's only after the storm that the sun reclaims its place in the sky. It's only after the fall that we'll rise on up. It's only after the fall that we'll rise on up. This river, it runs so wide and true. There's beauty in the silence, there's beauty in us all.
That was Blue Eyes by Pete Kilpatrick off his newest album, Echo. Prepping for the show and talking to our producer, Gatsby, it turns out Gatsby has a story from a few years ago in the early days when Pete was coming out with his first album, Hope in Our Hearts, I believe it was.
Not his first album. I think it was his third or his fourth album. But yeah, certainly a few years back. This was very early on in his career. Back in 2008, I had actually just graduated high school. And I love the fact that we just brought in Liam Swift to talk about his interactions with Pete Kilpatrick because he's a younger guy.
Right.
You know, he's a sophomore in high school right now. And around that time for me, when I was growing up as a sophomore, junior in high school, that was when I was first introduced to Pete Kilpatrick myself. And he was one of my favorite local acts at the time, and he still is, I'd certainly say.
You know, Pete is an international star.
Yes.
The guy is taking off all over the world.
Absolutely.
Right out of Portland, Maine.
Yeah, he's been doing U.S. tours for as long as I can really remember, back to high school days. So my first year away at college, I moved down to Boston. I'm going to school down in Boston, Massachusetts. And a couple of months in, I'd heard about his newest CD. He was doing a release party down the street from me. And so I decided, why not? I'd take a taxi over there and see the show. I'd hear his new CD and maybe get a chance to talk to him. So I drive out there and I go into this little bar. You know, I'm 18 years old. I go into this bar and I sit down and I wait for about 30 minutes, and Pete and the band show up.
And
I see them.
you're not allowed to be there, right?
Now, we'll get there.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to get there. So here I am, the young, strapping 18-year-old version of me, and Pete walks in with his band, and they're starting to set up, and I wait about 30 minutes, and I've got the jitterbugs a little bit. I want to talk to him, but I'm nervous because he's a big-time act. And so I finally get up the courage to go and talk to him. And the guy's just so down to earth. He's so calm. He's so laid back. And I tell him I'm from Maine and that I've loved his music growing up and stuff. And he said, "Oh, thank you so much." And he goes, "Well, we're not going to be on for another 3 hours, right?" And I was like, "Wait, really?" He says, "Yeah, we're not starting for a while here." And he looks at me and he goes, "But we're going to go bar hopping for a little bit if you want to join us," which is the coolest thing for me to have an act come up and say that to me. And I said, "Well, unfortunately, I'm only 18. And he goes, "You're only 18? He kind of gives me this sideways look. And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, don't tell the guys at the door that, because I don't know if you're supposed to be in here right now." And so I went down the street. I had a bite of pizza waiting for them to come back. And when I came back, there were a couple guys at the door, and one of them looked at me and said, "I got to see your ID." And of course, I'm 18. I'm not 21. Sure. And the guy next to him puts his hand on his chest, and he says, "Whoa. He's with the band. He's okay, man."
Okay.
I guess it was a $20 charge to get in. I never paid it.
Wow.
I was 18 when I should have been 21. It is what it is, college days. So I go in and I'm just hanging out. I listened to the first few acts play and they did great. And then Pete takes the stage and I listened to some of his new songs at the time. And then about 3 or 4 songs in, he had remembered what I had asked him when I first went up and talked to him. And he announced to the crowd, he said, "We've got a gentleman here from Maine who's been listening to us for a long time. And he asked me to play some older tunes for him, so I'm going to do that for him." And he actually called me up in front of the audience. And it was a really cool moment for me. It was pretty surreal. So firsthand, I can tell you this guy is very down to earth. He makes very quality music, and he's easily one of my favorite local acts. And you should do yourself a favor and make it out for the show next Thursday and see him firsthand for yourself.
And the neat part of that story, he had that influence on you at 18, just like he's had this influence on Liam Swift at his young age of 16 at the sophomore in high school. Right. And that prompted Liam to go get involved with the Maine Academy of Modern Music and inspire other young people to get involved with music. I mean, it's amazing how this keeps on happening. And that's the power of the arts.
That's it. We want this community to understand that that's a big thing, is we want people like Pete Kilpatrick to encourage the younger audience and people like Liam to continue and to push and to strive for it, because you can make a name for yourself if you believe enough in it and you have the passion for it, like I believe Lamb does, and as I've seen in Pete himself, you can certainly do that. So
yeah. And here he is again, come August 11th, getting to perform with his hero.
That's it.
And you'll be there as well.
And I will be there as well. So we'll all be together again, like a nice little family.
Great. Thanks, Gatsby.
No problem.
Well, that's our show for this week. Special thanks to our guests, Liam Swift and Pete Kilpatrick Band. I would also like to say a special thanks to Gatsby for technical assistance in producing this show here on 107.9 The Mix. My partner Gary Poulin and I hope you reach out to us on Facebook and visit our website at seewhatson.com. Remember, that's the letter C, whatson.com. And share that with your friends. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday for more features about the arts in Central Maine. That's it for me. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And remember, if it's on, See What's On.